Hey everybody, welcome back into the shed. It is Monday evening and I am out here in the shed pulling some orders and rearranging some stuff. And I think I have a couple orders I still have to pull, but we have 7 on eBay, 1 on Amazon, and 1 on Mercari, and we had a cancellation today, and then we sold that item again today. So first off, what I was working on was I'm trying to get somewhere to put some of our bubble mailers, so I've hung them up over here, and I also hung some up over here. I'm trying to get rid of this pile down here in the floor, because every time we come over here to try to get boxes, stuff's in our way and we're tripping over it right here. So I'm hoping to move this box here also. And I need to talk to my guy about newspapers because I'm about out of them. I got to get some more of those things. But I'm also thinking about taking some of these totes here and swapping them out for banker boxes. So I picked up some banker boxes pretty cheap today, and I'm gonna see how they fit on the shelves. And what I'm trying to do is eliminate some of this stuff right here, where I put stuff in between the totes here. See how I've got stuff in between totes here? What I'm hoping to do is be able to put like a banker box, and a banker box, and then be able to put stuff back behind those banker boxes. So we'll see. I don't know how that's going to work out, because currently I like these because you can put a lot of stuff in these totes. However, like these are a bunch of like bunk cake and waffle makers and stuff in here. These things get super heavy when you put them in a tote this size. That tote right there probably weighs 25 to 30 pounds. That's kind of a lot to be taken off of this rack right here. So I'm hoping maybe I can move this tote up in the attic or something and put some banker boxes in here. But we'll see how that works out. That's something I'm gonna try to implement. If it don't work, I'm only out a few dollars for those banker boxes, but I'm hoping that'll work, y'all. Got my fingers crossed on that one. But let's don't pull orders. Let's just go through, and as we go, we'll pull the orders if we come to something that needs to be pulled. All right, first order. The first thing we have was sold over on Mercari, and I picked this Elvis puzzle up at, let me turn my light on here. I picked this Elvis puzzle up at that Living Estate sale, and don't really know what I have in it. You know, I paid X amount for the whole bundle, but and I don't even remember what year this thing is from. But anyways, it's all there. I think my wife and my daughter counted those up, and they said every piece was in there. So we listed it up as good use condition, and it sold for $21. And now there is $3.01 fee on that over on Mercari. So the rest of it's going to get, you know, I'm going to have to pay shipping on that also. This next item, we sold this item yesterday. We packaged it up. I printed out a label for it to ship it. I put it in the car this morning to take it to UPS at lunch. Well, I'm glad my wife didn't go to work today, because normally she takes UPS packages first thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. Well, I got a cancellation notice. I think it was like maybe about 10:15 this morning, and it was a cancellation notice saying that the buyer changed their mind. Now this is on Amazon, so everything's automatically authorized for return, but they said they changed their mind because they would not get it in time. Now when you go to order something on Amazon, it gives you a time of when it's going to get there. It'll tell you, hey, it's going to get there August 30th, or you know, it's going to get there September 1st or whatever. Well, they ordered it knowing when it would get there, and then this morning they turned around and changed their mind. Well, luckily I had not taken it to UPS yet, so I was able to refund them, and then I filed to get my money back for the label I had printed. If you did not know that, if you ever, let me sit down while I'm talking, but if you ever print off a label but then you don't use it, you can apply to get that money back that you paid for that label. And I've done it quite a few times, and every time I've got my money back. All they do is they wait, if it's UPS, USPS, FedEx, they wait a certain period of time. It could be up to 30 days. And if that label has not been used, then they cancel that label and they refund you your money. So going through Amazon, Amazon's going to make sure I get my money back. So that is one good thing. But the item that sold was another one of those Coca-Cola coolers we've been selling for $34.96. So it's already packaged up. So all I did was brought it home and I pulled the label off of it, and it's still packaged up in here, and it's in its bag, so if in case it gets wet it doesn't get messed up. But there it is, sold for $34.96. Now we're gonna move it over to eBay, and I think I have a couple orders left over here on eBay to pull, so bear with me. All right, this first one is a FootJoy shirt. In case you didn't know, if you haven't been watching the channel long, FootJoy is a good name to pick up, whether it be shirts or shorts or even shoes. They are a golf apparel company, and y'all, they have some really nice shirts, and those shirts sell really good. And I have sold some of their FootJoy golf cleats before, but that shirt right there sold for $25, and I'm not sure what I had in that shirt because it's a new without tag shirt. I'm pretty sure it came from Salvation Army. We caught those shirts on a 50% off day at Salvation Army, and I think that one was maybe $3.50 or something like that. So $25 is what we got for it. Ships out first class, super cheap. All right, next item, I have to pull this, and it is in Tote HH. All right, so here's Tote HH, and it's right here at the front. And it is this AT&T phone. I think the model number is like 210, but I mean, it's just a desk phone. I guess you could put it on the wall if you wanted to, but it's just your average run-of-the-mill phone. But I don't remember what I paid for that. Probably like $2. I try not to pay too much for those phones when I get them, but it is so you know what to look out for. It is an AT&T Trimline 210, and yeah, it is a desk or wall mount, and it is a vintage phone. I mean, it's from the late 90s, and it sold for $14.99. And the buyer's paying the shipping on it. They're all in for $32 on that phone right there. And the next item, I have to pull this too. I have had this item for a very long time, and I'm trying to remember where I bought this item at. I cannot remember, y'all. We were on a trip, I remember that, but I just don't remember where it was. I think we were in Florida, or it could have been Virginia. I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with where you buy this stuff at, but it's down here in Tote NN, and if I can get it out. And y'all, the price is still on this thing. Now this is a Disney Athletics football. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got Mickey on it, and it's in awesome condition. I mean, it's almost in new condition, but it's hard to see it. But it was $1.98 on that thing is what I paid for it. It was just some random thrift store we went in, and it sold for $13.30, and the buyer's gonna pay the shipping on that. I'm just gonna throw that in a priority box, whatever it'll fit in. I'm hoping it'll fit in a shoe box. That would be awesome. Let's see. This was a good pickup right here. I got this at that fireman rummage sale they were having, and all of their shoes there were $1. I mean, it didn't matter what it was. If they were Ariat boots, Justin boots, Adidas shoes, FootJoy, it didn't matter what it was. But I picked these up. It's a pair of Adidas Ultra Boost, and I cleaned them up a little bit, but they still have a little staining right on the toe here, and I didn't feel like cleaning it twice, so I took good pictures of that and listed it and put in the listing that they had a little bit of an issue on the toe. And these are size 10.5. Like I said, they're in pretty good shape. I mean, the bottoms have not seen much use. So keep your eye out for those, y'all. We picked them up for $1, and they sold for $39.95, and the buyer is going to pay the shipping on it. They're all in for $59 on those. Great pickup. I would even pick those shoes up at a thrift store for $5 or $6 to sell them for that kind of money, you know, for $40 plus shipping. I have no problem picking those up. Here's a movie that if you haven't ever seen, it's a great movie, but it's a weird movie. It's Deliverance. That's an old one there, y'all, with Burt Reynolds in it, and John Voight. Can't remember who else was in it. But, oh yeah, Ned Beatty. So, whole bunch of guys in there way back. What year was this? Well, it says 1972 and 86, so I'm assuming it come out in 72 and it was redone in 86. So, did sell some used media. It goes out super cheap. It sells for, it ships for a little over $3, but it sold for a whopping $5.99. But I probably had less than 50 cents in that thing, so no big deal there. Now this one right here, my teenage years, I grew up on these guys right here. These guys were all the rage back then, y'all. And their lead singer now, well, he's out there. He's a little crazy. He was always a little crazy, but I think in his later years, when he got around 40 years old, he went super crazy. But Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. Comment down below if you had that tape or CD when you were a teenager, or maybe you weren't a teenager, maybe you were in your 30s and you had that. But y'all, that brings back memories. I had I had the Use Your Illusions, the Spaghetti Incident, Appetite for Destruction. I had all those CDs back then. And keep your eye out for that one, because in used condition it sold for $12.35. Now I'm in it for like a dime, so I made plenty of money off that. Like I said before, that media stuff, it ships for just over $3. My wife was just mentioning these items right here the other day, and she was like, I can't believe those things aren't flying off the shelf. You know, last year, they were just rolling off the shelf. It was like every couple of days we were selling some. I think we were selling them as a lot of 2 then, but we decided to sell them as a lot of 3 this time. And it's these bug fans, Treva bug fans. We picked these up on clearance at Walmart for $4 each, so we have $12 in those 3 right there. And these things sold really good last year, and I think we picked them up last year. We picked some up for $6, and then we picked some up for like $5 or something like that. If y'all can find those in Walmart on clearance for that kind of price, pick them up, because we have $12 in those 3, and they sold for $41.95 with free shipping. And I just slide all 3 of those in one box, and I think normally they're shipping out of here like $8. So we got 12 in them, and then $8, that's 20. The fee on those is $5.70, so we'll just say $26 total, and we got $41.95. So we're making $16 or something like that on it. I'll take that. Next up, we have one that sold as I was talking to y'all, and I'm just now getting a hold of it. But it is a huge jacket. The name is Bulwark or Bulwark. I don't know how you say it, but it'll be up there or down there somewhere so you can see the name. But that jacket is a 4 extra large. And if I remember right, we picked it up at a Salvation Army, and I believe the price was like $5 on that thing. It sold for $41.80, and the buyer's paying the shipping on it. They're in it for a total of $63.40. That was a brand new item that we picked up there for that cheap. So I don't pick up a whole lot of stuff at Salvation Army, but I have picked up, like I said before, some of those FootJoy shirts and stuff there. And this is another item that I picked up, and I don't know how much it's going to cost to ship that thing, but I got a feeling we're going to make some money on shipping. But all right, back to it. All right, y'all. Well, I'm getting right to start moving some stuff around in here and see if these banker boxes are going to work. And I've also got to ship this stuff. But I hope y'all saw something that you can look for in your local Walmarts or your local thrift stores and find you something to make a little extra money on, y'all. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's easy to do this, that it's easy to make money on eBay and Amazon and Mercari and these places. It does take some work. I'm going to be honest with y'all, because I have at least an hour in this shed every day. You know, my wife and I, we work 8 hours a day, and then every day we spend about an hour out here. Now, we don't have to spend an hour out here every time, because, you know, we don't have to ship every day. But items like that Coca-Cola cooler on Amazon, it has to be shipped out the next day, because Amazon wants things out super fast. On eBay, you can set your own time there. And I set it for 3 days to ship. And you can set it for 1 day, or you can set it for a week if you want to. Whatever your business model is. I'm not going to tell you there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. If I didn't have any other job but doing this, I would most definitely ship every single day. That's just how I would do it, because it would make your buyers happier, and you would probably get more repeat buyers. But I don't know, some of that stuff in there, y'all, was free shipping. Some of that stuff in there, I charged them for shipping, and there's not any real rhyme or reason to why I do that. Most of the time, my small items that are under £1, I ship them first class, unless it's a very expensive item. Now, if it's $100 item or something like that, I'm not going to ship it first class, because I don't want it to be on a postal truck that much. I'd rather go ahead and get there, do like 2-day priority shipping, and get it to them quickly. And another reason I do free shipping on my small items is because it just looks better to buyers. You know, when a buyer looks at something and they see $15 free shipping, it looks better than if they see $11 and $4 shipping. Now, on the flip side, some people look at that different when they're buying stuff. They don't even see the shipping. They just see $11, and everybody's brain works different, you know. And I can't say there's a rhyme or reason to why I do it, because I'm only doing it how I think. You know, when I go on eBay and I look for an item, I will go up there and look for exactly what I'm trying to find. If I'm looking for something new, I'm going to click new. I'm going to filter it down to new. I'm going to filter it down even more, and I'm going to put lowest price plus shipping. And then I'm going to start scrolling through those things, and I'm going to look for who's got better feedback, and I'm going to look for who's got the cheapest price. I mean, that's all I'm looking for. Cheap price, a good description, maybe a picture or two, and that's all I need to buy from you. Now, that's why I do a lot of free shipping, because that's what I look for. I mean, it's just easy. It's easier to add when you don't have to add, right? If I got to add 11 and 4, that's just extra work for me. It's not hard, but y'all, some people are lazy, and that's how they look for stuff. They'd rather see $14.99 free shipping. They don't have to do any math. They know exactly what they're paying for it. I don't mind doing a little bit of math, but it is easier to just put $14.99. All right, now, my bigger items. Most of the time, stuff over £1, especially over 2 pounds, I'm going to ship it priority mail, and I'm going to have the buyer pay for that. And the reason I do that, I've talked about it before, is because if I do priority mail shipping, the buyer is going to pay, say, $10, and I'm going to only pay like $9.35 for that. So I'm going to make 65 cents on that one item just because of shipping. Well, like I've said before, that helps pay for my supplies. It helps pay for my tape. It helps pay for any boxes that I buy. My bubble wrap up there. I mean, it just helps me pay for things like that. It's helping pay for the lights in here. Now, sometimes I make up to $2 or maybe even more on shipping. A lot of times I end up giving some of that back to the customer. I will refund them and say, hey, you were charged way too much for shipping, so I'm going to give you some of it back. Let's see. Then when we get to items like those bug fans, that item right there, because that market for those fans is so competitive, there are a lot of people selling those fans, and there's a lot of them selling them in lots of 2 and lots of 3. Well, if I put up there that I'm gonna sell them for, I don't even remember what it was, I'm gonna sell them for $41.95 free shipping. Well, I'm doing myself, I'm kind of doing myself a disservice, because depending on where it goes, I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more for the shipping, but I'm still going to make enough money that I'm okay with that. You know, if I pay $8 to ship it over here, and I pay $12 to ship it over there, then I've still made enough money that I'm happy with that. I'm going to lose a little bit over here, but I'm still making enough money. As long as the profit margin is good enough, I will put it free shipping. All right, now, if it is an item that is like 5 pounds plus, I'm going to send that UPS. I'm not going to, especially if it's like a 30-pound item, like if I sold a wheel off of a car, or if I sold a TV that was super heavy or big, I am not going to burden my USPS carrier that comes to my house every day and picks up my packages. I'm not going to burden her with a 30-pound item. I'm going to take it over to UPS personally and let them deal with it from there. They have a man there that gets paid to pick up like 70 pounds at the time, and I'm going to use that person, and I'm probably going to pay about the same amount as I do for USPS priority. So that's why I do some of the things I do. I can't always explain it. Sometimes I switch things up as I go. I test things sometimes. Like sometimes we will list like that Guns N' Roses, that Guns N' Roses thing for $11.99, or sometimes I might put like $8.99, and the buyer pays the shipping just to see if it sells. And if it don't sell for a while, then I'll go back and I'll change it to just $12.99 free shipping and see if it sells faster. I'm okay with playing around with things a little bit and just trying to learn the system and see what works better. Now, if you look at some of the reports that come out, these people that do these studies, and you know, they look at all the numbers on eBay and Mercari and places like that, they will tell you that you have a lot better chance at selling stuff before somebody else if you do free shipping. If you do free shipping versus the guy that's charging shipping, even though you have the same exact total price, you have a better chance for free shipping of getting that sale. So that's up to y'all. Y'all do it how you want to do it. I'm gonna do it how I want to do it, and there is no 100% right or wrong way to do it. And you know, I'll lean on folks like Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker or Commonwealth Flipper. He says the same thing. I mean, there's no 100% right, no 100% wrong. You do what works for you. If I find something and I can part it out and make more money, I'm going to do that. That's another one Kevin says. So, you know, when in doubt, part it out. But y'all, I appreciate you being here. I know I drug it out at the end a little bit, but hopefully you got some info out of that shipping rant that I went on right there. Hopefully you got something out of that and that you can use in your business model. And I don't really have a business model, y'all. I try to keep it small. We try to get 10 sales a day, and that's just what we do. And I'm trying to build a YouTube channel. So thank y'all for being here. If you stayed to the end, thank you very much. Please give the video a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, and hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I put up a new video, whether it be pulling orders, shipping stuff, showing you how to repair stuff, showing you how to clean things, or I may be taking you into a thrift store or into Walmart or Ollie's or some other random place where I'm looking for an awesome deal. So stay tuned, y'all. More to come. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.